So I thought this week we would go to the other end of the spectrum. And if you recall last week, I talked about the highway to hell. Well, today I'm going to talk about the stairway to heaven. I knew you'd like that. I'm just playing off some of the greatest rock songs of all time. And I'm going to take it in a direction because if you remember the song Stairway to Heaven, it goes, and she's buying the stairway to heaven. Do you understand? That's the illusion we've been buying into. The fact that we can buy our way into heaven. That we have to do things to get into heaven. And so the purpose of this talk is to get you centered and see that you can't buy your way into heaven. You can't do your way into heaven. That's nonsense. And so let's talk about what is this thing we call heaven? Well, first off, just like hell, it's not a place. It's a state of mind that we experience when we are in harmony with the life that surrounds us. In other words, we're in harmony with all that is. We're in harmony with the energy that surrounds us. We're in harmony with life. We're not fighting life. We're not battling life. We're in harmony with it. We're in the flow. And it says the method in which we produce this harmony is by learning the way the universe works and then living in accordance with that wisdom. You see, if you know the river is flowing this way, you go with the river. You don't go against it. So to find out how is the law, how is the universe creating, how does the universe work? When we find that out and we go with it, life is easy. When we fight it, oh my God, it's such a struggle. One of the things that I was domesticated into believing as a young man, as a young boy, as a young child by my father is, you got to work hard for everything you've got. You got to work harderly. You want more, you got to work harder and harder and harder. And I bought into that. And you know what? It's not true. You've got to work smart. And if you understand the law, let me share with you one law. It's the 80-20 law. And that 80-20 law says 20% effort gets 80% result. So the question you want to ask is when you're achieving something, when you're going for something, is 80% enough? If 80% is enough and you do 20% of the work and you get 80% and that's enough, now you can take your energy and move it to something else and give 20% effort and get 80% result. You see, I don't thrive to be perfect because perfect is someone else's definition. I'm perfect already the way I am, just as you are. And so the question is, what is it you seek to experience? I want balance in my life. I want to see balance in my spirituality, in my relationships, in my money, in my health, in my career. I want to see those 5 areas balanced. And if I'm at a 4 out of a 5 rating in those areas, I'm really living a great life. And what happens is once I live that 4 out of 5 rating, guess what? I start expanding it upward. I expand the goal, the idea, the perspective, the experience I want in each of those areas, and I keep applying energy because the energy I apply builds on the energy before. And man, now I'm in harmony with life. And in harmony with life, I start creating a fantastic life. And every day is an acceleration built off the day before. You see, heaven is an experience of a perfect state of oneness, where we lose all realization that we're separate from life. You see, I have a body and I have a mind, but I am not this body and I'm not this mind, but I use them in life. So what does it mean to have a sense of oneness? For me, the greatest way I can achieve that is in a state of meditation, where in those brief moments, I lose my body, I lose my mind, I lose the identification with them. And I go and I have no boundaries, and I'm in, like, I don't know what it's called, the eternal soup. There's no words that can describe it. But when you're there, you don't know you're there until you come out. And then, my God, you feel a sense of peace, a sense of acceptance, a sense of love like you've never felt before. And it's like addiction. Once you've tasted what oneness is, you want to become more into that state. But you see, to experience oneness or heaven requires us to surrender all that we believe we are. It is our beliefs that limit us in our ability to experience this natural state. So we've got to let go, not reach for in order to experience heaven. We've got to let go. We've got to find a way to let go of the attachment of the mind, the attachment of the body, and we've got to let go so that we can be in the allness. You see, it's the little ego mind that seeks to have individual experience. The infinite mind that we are a part of, that we are, does not seek that. It's from this realization of oneness that we understand there is a universal law and that we can use it and create our experience. We're actually using the law all the time right now. Our beliefs create. We don't understand that, but if you look at your life, right now, no matter if it's physically, mentally, emotionally, if it's in relationships, if it's in career, if it's in money, if it's in the spiritual connection, it doesn't matter how you look at it. Your life, it demonstrating in each of those areas are what you believe about those areas for yourself. That's the universal law. It's the law of cause and effect. What you put out comes back. The mental image you create and you hold on to is what demonstrates. Not the mental image that you have in a moment. It's the mental image that's ingrained in your subconscious mind. And so the first step to experience heaven is to surrender. That is why we hear statements like, let go and let God. I release and I let go. Surrender to the power within. It's the whole idea of realizing it's not you, it's not the small you, it's not the ego you that's creating this. It's the realization that there's the very same essence, the very same power, the very same connection to allness that created everything is the power that creates through you. But you have to recognize that power by surrendering to it. Surrendering the ego to it and realize that it's there. Meditation is the ultimate act of surrender. Meditation is the ability to close your eyes, to quiet your mind, and to disassociate from your body, from your thoughts, into nothing. Probably the best way to do it is become one focus so that when you're meditating, focus on a mantra. Focus on the breathing in and breathing out. We do this every morning at Agape, and you're all welcome to join us. 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you go to agapecsl.com and you click on the calendar, you'll find a 7 a.m. meditation event, and there's a Zoom link, and you're welcome to join. We have people doing this meditation all over the world with us. We come together for the purpose of surrendering. And you will be led, and there's something powerful about when you're with a group of people meditating. It's not like you're meditating as one, but it's the collective intention that causes a special feeling within you. I find it very supportive. And when I feel supported, it's so much easier. I absolutely love this more than anything. I love being with people and meditating. Seeing, being fully present is also the act of surrendering, but it's surrendering the past and surrendering looking to the future. Do you see, if we hold on to the past, we're destined to keep reliving it over and over again. If we hold on to the way our parents taught us, be a good boy, be a good girl. If you do this, you'll be accepted. If you do this, you won't be accepted. If you hold on to that nonsense, you're not surrendering. You can't even be in the now. You see, surrendering the past, surrendering the anxiety toward the future, or looking to the future allows you to be in the now, and the now is the only place that ever exists. The past and the future don't exist unless you bring it into the now. So the whole idea of being present is to surrender those past ideas, those future dreams, and be present in the now. Be the best you can be in this moment. That's all you can ever do. Think about how would you sleep if you went to bed every night and know that in every moment of that day, you did the very best you could. You wouldn't have a worry in the world. You would sleep soundly, deeply, and wake up more refreshed than ever because you understand you lived your life fully that day. You see, heaven is not something we achieve, but rather a state of connection we experience at various points while we're on our journey that is our life. You see, we never get to that state 100% of the time. We have moments on the way. And those moments on the way, I like to envision it like I'm an electric car. And I'm driving along and let's say I'm a Tesla. I love Tesla. So I'm a Tesla. And I'm driving along and I'm about 225, 230 miles in. And I realize it's time to find that charging station. And I go and I find that charging station and I plug in and I get juiced up. I get all my battery recharged. That's what meditation does. Meditation allows you to go on that journey, to express yourself, to be creative. And then when you come back to that point and you sit down in the silence, you recharge. And when you recharge, you've got energy. Not only energy, you can't wait to do it because you're juiced, you're charged up, you're not worn out. You see, heaven is a choice. And we make that choice in every moment, consciously or unconsciously. And here's the key thing. That choice is always available to us, no matter. That is the state of grace, the understanding that the choice to experience heaven is with us, no matter what. Think about that today. Think about that this week. That you are always at choice, that your past does not have to be an indicator of your future. But you can start right now and live the life of your dreams. I invite you to be on the journey with me.
I want to thank you for joining us today. I'm so grateful that you took your time to watch or listen to this message. If you found this message beneficial, I would ask that you go to our website, agapecsl.com. Once there, click on the donate button and experience the joy of conscious and purposeful giving. Or if you would like, text your gift by simply dialing 972-532-6976. It is through your gifts that we are able to bring this message to you in the world. I would ask that if you like this message, to please subscribe to my YouTube channel under my name, Lee Wolak. Again, I want to thank you for joining me in the Agape community as we learn how to better self-love through conscious living.